Hey all, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the Zendure A3TC. This is an external battery or a power bank, and the reason why we're taking a look at this one is because it's one of the few newer power banks coming onto the market that has a built-in Type-C port, which means it can quickly be charged up. It takes under 4 hours to charge up this 10,000 milliamp hour capacity battery, and you can also use it with the latest generation of Type-C phones as well as computers like the MacBook, making a more versatile and powerful charging solution. The price though is a little bit high just because it is one of, again, the few power banks on the market that does have Type-C already, and it currently comes in around $40. With that being said, Zendure does come in with a few advantages compared to other cheaper alternatives on the market. For one, it's a crush-proof and very durable power bank as usual, so the design has been heavily industrialized and engineered so that you can drop it, you can crush it, run it over with a car, and it should still be fully functional. So that is one advantage if you are consistently traveling and you need something extra durable. Secondly, it also claims to use slightly better quality batteries than the typical power bank that will retain its juice longer. So even after repeatedly using it for many cycles, it should still have over 95% of the charge remaining after 6 months to a year of use. Packaging is the same as past Zendure power banks and products that we've seen. It comes in various different colors, and this one here is the black version. It has the same design that reminds me a bit of a suitcase, just like on their past power banks. And they also have other variants coming out, not only the A3T, but also the A6, A8, and other capacity versions of power banks from 10,000 milliamp hours to above and even lower that also has Type-C in the future. So on the back, you have some additional features, and it has a power output of 5 volt, 3 amps using Type-C. In the box, we have the power bank right on top, and underneath there's a soft carrying pouch that you can use to protect the power bank when you're on the go, printed by Zendure. There's also various warranty guides as well as stickers that the company is providing as kind of a freebie. We also have a USB Type-C cable that's used to both charge up the power bank and can be used to charge up other devices. Going back to the design of the A3T, again, there is a simple LED light status key that you can tap on once to see how much percentage of the battery is left. It comes out of the box with a full charge or 100%, so you can start using it immediately. On the side here, we have some soft touch rubber accents, which is part of the reason why this is a shockproof and durable power bank. With that being said, it's not necessarily waterproof, so I wouldn't drop this into a pool or get it wet. The USB Type-C port, again, is the fastest charging ports, but the other ports are also fairly quick. It can provide up to 2.4 amps for output if you are using the USB port on the side here. This particular version, as you can see here, only has 2 ports, the Type-C as well as the full-size USB, so there's no second full-size USB port, something to quickly keep in mind. 10,000 milliamp hours is what I consider as a mid-size power bank. It comfortably meets regulations for flights, so if you're traveling internationally, you can still bring this without any problems. It's not too small, it's also not too large, but I would have liked to see maybe additional USB port on the side here just so that you can charge another device at the same time if you aren't using the USB Type-C port on the side here. Otherwise, again, a very simple build. There's no additional features on this power bank like a LED flashlight or a torch, so you are just getting this for charging purposes only. Moving into a demo of the charging capabilities, now one downside is in the packaging we don't get a USB Type-C to Type-C cable, which is basically what you need if you plan on using the Type-C port as in charging output. That is a cable that I wish would be included in the box, since $40 for the power bank is a little bit pricey compared to other 10,000 milliamp hour packs on the market. With that being said, it does have an auto on feature, so I can just plug it into this Type-C port, and you can see that it will begin the charging process by itself. It's a smart charger in the sense that it's not going to overheat or overcharge your phones, and once it reaches 100%, it will stop charging the individual ports by itself. We can also try charging a second device. I'm just going to use a slightly older micro USB smartphone just by plugging it into the full-size USB port on the edge here, and you can see that it will also start the charging process by itself, and charging has also started on this phone. So we can safely charge 2 devices without any issues when it comes to interference and performance. And speaking of performance, is quite good. Again, at 5 volts, 3 amps for the USB Type-C port, it will very quickly charge up compatible Type-C phones, especially those which are Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 enabled. It will quickly charge it up in around 1 hour without too many problems. Using the regular USB port, if you're charging up something, say an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 8, it will be charged up in under 2.5 hours, so still rather quick. So depending on the device, it will get a very quick charge up without too many problems, and it remains pretty cool during operation as well. Since it is 10,000 milliamp hours, it should charge up your smartphone roughly 3 times or so an average sized device without any problems before you need to recharge the power bank unit itself. It also supports pass-through charging, so you can charge up the power bank by plugging it into the wall. The other port can be charging a phone, and the juice will be going through to the phone's battery first before charging up the power bank's battery. So that's the Zendure A3TC external power bank with Type-C input and output that promises faster charging rates while retaining the same classic Zendure design that we've seen already on past variants of their power banks and power packs. It's very well constructed, and performance also seems to be quite strong. It's also a bit more compact compared to other 10,000 milliamp hour packs that we've seen recently. For instance, this one here is also 10,000 milliamp hours. It supports a Qi contact point for wireless charging, but as you can see here, it's considerably longer, and as a result, it's not quite as easy if you are traveling light and you want to tuck it into a pocket or something like that. This takes up much less space, which is nice to see. But at $40, it is a little bit pricey if you don't want something ultra rugged, and although having that Type-C port is really handy, you can always just use a traditional USB to Type-C cable, and that serves kind of the same purpose if you have a Type-C phone lying around. It's just that you can now charge the power bank itself also using Type-C if you really do need that faster charging rate to juice up the power bank as well as to charge up additional devices. Thanks for watching this video here at OS Reviews. This has been the Zendure A3TC, and you can check out more details in the links down below.